Ambassador, thank you for talking to the EU Asia Centre. You've recently arrived here, so perhaps I could begin by asking for your first impressions of Brussels.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cameron. Thanks for thinking of me. Well, Brussels is bristling, that's how I would call it, with intellectual, social, cultural, a lot of history too, and I feel at home. I had the privilege of working my diplomatic life mostly in Europe, so I feel at home. But beyond that, also Philippines and Belgium, a lot of history as well. I mean, Europe and Philippine history. Our national hero was here, and it was great to writing his revolutionary reformist books on freedom and all that. He was in Brussels and he was in Ghent, so it was nice to rediscover him here. And so with 10,000 Filipinos in this part of this country and close to a million all over the EU, then I certainly feel at home. So I'm very honored to be here and be the Philippine representative ambassador to Belgium and of course to the European Union.
In terms of relations between the EU and the Philippines, how would you judge them? Where do you think they should be going now?
It is going very well, but certainly we could make it a bit more significant and more strategic. We've had relations with the EU, I think, for over again, historically, it's all there. Our first encounter, as you know, with our European friends was in the 16th century, and that left us a lot of legacy, good ones, in terms of our culture and our heritage, Christian tradition, among others, and also influence in our ideals. A lot of them we are quite shared values that we have, I think, with the people of Europe, on democracy, on freedom, on liberty, and prosperity of people. So with EU altogether is one of our biggest trading partners. Also, cumulatively, I think the biggest development cooperation partner of the Philippines, also helping us in some of the challenges that we have, conflict situations in Mindanao, and these are all very much appreciated. And certainly in trade and investment, there is a whole lot of room for significant improvement. But I was very pleasantly surprised to know as well that Filipinos have in fact invested some 1.4 billion euros in some of the EU countries, and that contrasted with, of course, the EU 6 million investment in the Philippines. I think is a good sign of the two-way partnership that we have with the EU. So we look forward for more active and more strategic and more significant partnership, people to people. I mean, we can't be thankful enough for hosting of some 660,000 Filipinos in Europe, working all over and contributing not only to the Philippine economy, Philippine society, but to the societies here in the European Union.
Now, the Philippines is a prominent member of ASEAN, and we have a EU-ASEAN ministerial at the end of April. How would you like to see relations developing now between the EU and ASEAN? What should be the priorities?
Again, I would use the word strategic. I think it's high time that both the EU and ASEAN really consider elevating what I would consider, in fact, as de facto strategic relationship between EU and ASEAN. Each is, well, the EU is ASEAN largest, I think, among the largest trading partner of ASEAN, and that goes for the EU as well. That's on the economic side. Somebody says that the political side has to catch up with businessmen, because that on the ground there is this very strong economic relationship, trade and investment both ways. So I say that there is a need for perhaps to at this ministerial meeting to perhaps conclude and start the larger work of defining this relationship as in fact a strategic that would comprehend political, security, and of course the ongoing people-to-people trade and investment relationship that we have.
Ambassador, thank you very much for talking to the EU Asia Centre.
Well, congratulations. I hope to see you more often. Thank you.